This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's an Easter tradition many hold dear. We learn the art of the Pisanki egg next. Well, who's ready for another week of fun and information? This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. I'm Ken Kara, and here are your Monday headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A Hazleton man has pleaded guilty to third-degree murder. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, 23-year-old Giancarlos Perez was charged with criminal homicide in the shooting death of 23-year-old Jose Alberto Concepcion. Concepcion's body was discovered last January by state police along a dirt road in the Humboldt Industrial Park in Hazel Township. Luzerne County Judge Fred Perantoni III accepted the plea and immediately sentenced Perez to the maximum penalty, 20 to 40 years in prison. A former Hazel Township supervisor has died. Anthony Midge Matz passed away last Monday in Sarasota, Florida. He had served as a Hazel Township supervisor for almost 8 years. A mass of Christian burial will be held tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. at Our Lady of Grace Church. Friends may call today from 5 till 8 p.m. at the Farrell Funeral Home in Hazleton. Our sincere condolences to the family of Anthony Midge Matz. It's an event that can make you feel like a kid that also reminds you that kids in our area need strong mentors. Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Bridge Bowl for Kids' Sake raises funds every year to help their mentoring program in Northeast Pennsylvania. We were at the event in West Hazleton at Bowl Arena, and we talked with President of the group's advisory board, Crystal Harris.
It's a great time to just see the community come together for a great cause and be able to spend time with them, in a fun setting. We have a lot of children who still need big brothers and big sisters. Right now there's about 35 children in our area alone who are looking for that mentor, that partnership. So we're always looking for mentors. We're always looking for board members, somebody to come to the table with some fresh ideas, on what we can do to help expand the Big Brothers Big Sisters name in the community and help raise funds for this great organization.
Bowl for Kids' Sake raised over $100,000 in Wilkes-Barre. The total for the Hazleton area will be available this week. And if you're interested in becoming a big brother or big sister or in joining the board, visit bbbsnepa.org or call 1-800-955-4376. The Easter Bunny arrived at the Laurel Mall on Saturday. He was greeted and paraded around the mall by the Fabergé Follies. The bunny is now in residence through Easter Saturday, so hop on by. Photos are also available for purchase. One well-known Eastern tradition is making a popular comeback. Classes are being held to pass on the longtime tradition of the Pisanki egg decorating. Lisa Sugart has more.
It is an Easter time tradition that seems to be coming back, a popular resurgence of what is called Pisanki eggs. They are beautiful. Many people are familiar with them, but not too many people are so talented to make them. The gentleman sitting next to me is Paul Karinchak. He is the gentleman who will be offering Pisanki classes at St. Michael's Ukrainian Church Hall in Shenandoah. You're invited to take part in that. Paul, thank you so much for being here. This seems like, I knew for years many people, this tradition, you'd see in some homes some eggs and that, but I'm seeing a lot of people now wanting to take up that talent again.
Thank you very much for having me here. It's an honor. Pleasure. And yes, it is. It seems like it's been, it is a tradition. It is a dying art. And it's a long time. It's been going on for centuries. Wow. So I picked it up from my grandmother. And she more or less introduced me to it, and then I took a class from a woman, and ever since that I just self-taught. But I am giving classes, 2 in Shenandoah and 3 in the Tumaco area. So I'm looking forward to having people there.
So people don't need to have experience to do this?
No, not at all. It looks difficult, but I think you come in, I'll teach you how to do it. It's no problem. As long as you have a little bit of patience, a steady hand, and your eyes are decent, I think anybody could do it, from young to old, male to female.
Something I've always wanted to do. So I'm going to ask you to take us through the process. You brought some samples here with you. So you start off with an egg, and obviously you have to get the yolk out of the egg.
Absolutely. What I do is I'll go right to the farmer, and what I'll do is I'll look it up, the egg up to the light, make sure there's no cracks or imperfections. And then I put it in the egg, drill a little hole. The air will push the yolk out, clean the egg, and then I From then on, I'll dry it and then start my design.
So each phase, we're going to be showing the eggs as you're talking about it, but you start off with one color at a time, you told me.
That's right. What you do, once you get your design on the egg, you start off with the lightest and work to the darkest color. So you proceed maybe from your yellow, orange, red, and your final color, if you wanted it red or black, you'd go to the black. And then once you get your final color, you remove the wax, and voila, there is your final product.
Sounds so easy, voila. I would love to do this. The classes are happening at St. Michael's Ukrainian Church Hall on April 5th and April 8th, and you have to call because they are selling out a lot of the classes. You told me it's $45 for a class. Some money will benefit the church as well, but this is including all your supplies and everything you need to make the egg, and you're going to walk away with a complete egg.
Absolutely, guaranteed. I will guarantee that you'll walk away with an egg.
Wow. That sounds good. It's a challenge, but I guess something that somebody would like to take up. I see a lot of people interested on Facebook. They're posting pictures that they've been doing these eggs. So you're going to go to the Tamaqua Community Arts Center as well. So if people want to know more, they want to get registered, I guess they can call St. Michael's. First of all, it's 570-668. 5789, that's your number.
That's correct.
That's
yes.
your number.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, they can see your beautiful displays that you brought here with us. You definitely do. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Paul is going to be back right in time for Easter to tell us much more about this, because there is a lot of significance and symbolism, and you said with the colors and the symbols that you use, what it means. So you're going to come back and tell us about that.
Yes, absolutely, I will come back.
Well, thank you so much, Paul, for coming in and sharing your talent with us and hopefully with others. Again, if you're interested, please contact Paul or contact the Tamaqua Community Arts Center to register for one of the upcoming classes, and stay tuned to SSPTV News for more on the history behind this beautiful tradition.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, if a wedding is in your future, mark your calendar for Friday, April 6th. That's when certified wedding coordinators Rachel and Samantha from Edgewood by Sand Springs and Drums will take to Facebook Live with free tips and tricks from invitations and floor plans, free tips for future brides and grooms. Friday, April 6th at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live at facebook.com/Edgewood Golf and Banquets. Well, tonight we have a shout out for Butch Smith, one of our SSPTV News fans on Facebook. Thank you to Butch for the support. Like our Facebook page for your chance at a nightly news shout out. Well, coming up in sports, we'll talk about the Pennsylvania Golden Glove Central District Championships, and Ron Marchetti has trivia treats. Just ahead on SSPTV News, the American Cancer Society is looking for volunteers on their road to recovery.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It is a major event hosted by the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce for well over 20 years. Actually, it's the 21st annual Greater Hazleton Job Fair 2017. Here to tell us all about it is Leanne Falabelle. She is the Vice President of Marketing for the Chamber. This is a major event that I'm sure you work on all year round to get this set up, but you have a lot of people coming out, a lot of businesses that are looking for hirees for the job fair.
It is, and it's so, like you said, it's taking place this Thursday, March 30th. It is from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Genetti's, which is nice and conveniently located right on 309 in Hazleton. And we have 57 businesses taking part in the expo. So a lot of opportunities available, full-time opportunities, part-time opportunities, summer internships. There'll be some educational institutions there in case people are thinking about going back to college to further their education, industries, healthcare, staffing companies. With 57 businesses, there's going to definitely be a lot of opportunities.
Now, in past years, you literally have hundreds of people going through the doors for this.
We do. And we encourage people to come prepared to the job fair. Most of the time, the people that are going to be at the booths for the businesses representing them are the human resource managers, the people that will be interviewing you, hiring you, or the general manager. So you want to make sure that you come well prepared. You know, if you have a resume, come with a resume in your hand. If you don't have a resume, you can always visit the Career Link on Laurel Street. We partner with them on this event, and they can help you quickly prepare a resume. A lot of the businesses have applications that you can fill out right then and there, so be ready to fill out applications. And some of them even do on-site interviews as well.
Wow, so this is a huge event taking place this Thursday. Again, it's at Genetti's, and the time is 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. As you said, come prepared, because if you're walking in and you're not dressed appropriately and they do want to have an interview, you're kind of not going to stand out.
Exactly, exactly. And like you said, we do have a lot of people, so hundreds of people literally coming through the doors. So yes, come prepared. Be ready for those interviews, and be ready to fill out your applications. And hopefully, it's a win-win for everybody, a win-win for the employers, because they're certainly looking for good employees and reliable employees, and, a win-win for the job seeker as well.
Can they get more information at your website?
Yes, on our website, hazeltonchamber.org, you can go right to our website, click on our event link. On March 30th, and actually we have all the businesses that are participating listed on the event link, so you can take a look at who's all coming. And also the day of the event, we give everybody that is attending a program, and it has all the businesses that are participating and all the jobs that they're hiring for. So that's a very useful tool. And if for some reason you cannot come to the job fair that day, during those hours you can always contact our office, and you can pick up one of those programs at our office too.
All right, very convenient. So again, the job fair this Thursday from 10 till 4 at Genetti's. If you can't be there, get in touch with Leanne at the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. The number is 570-455-1509 or hazeltonchamber.org, so that you can see all the businesses who will be participating, and hopefully they will have something for you.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Early spring sports season in Northeast PA. This is the Hazleton Area High School softball field, not the natatorium, but before you know it, they will be ready to play ball. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Thanks to warmer temperatures this week, the melting snow may cause some minor flooding, so be aware of that hazardous weather outlook. Tonight, isolated showers after 2 a.m., mostly cloudy, will have a low of 50 degrees, 20% chance of precipitation. Tuesday, showers likely with thunderstorms. It will be cloudy with a high near 60 degrees. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch possible. Tuesday night, 80% chance of showers and a possible thunderstorm. Low around 39 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 47. Wednesday night will be mostly clear with a low of 28 degrees. For our Thursday, once again, mostly sunny with a high of 48 degrees. Thursday night, 30% chance of rain after 9 p.m. mixing with snow after 3 a.m. The low will be 33 degrees. Friday, 60% chance of rain and snow before 9 a.m. and then rain is likely, mostly cloudy with a high of 46 degrees. At night, rain likely, mostly cloudy, low of 40 degrees. Jennifer Washney is the program director for mission delivery for the American Cancer Society. Joins us today because you need drivers for the program called Road to Recovery, a great program where if you're a cancer patient, you get a ride to treatments or different doctor's visits. And as the patients are increasing, there's more need for rides. You need more drivers from all over our viewing area. So if you're watching this, you can volunteer. You can sign up by calling the number that we're going to put up on your screen. And there are some requirements, though, for these drivers who want to volunteer.
Yes, there are. You need to be between the ages of 18 and 84. You need to have a good driving record, proof of insurance, a reliable vehicle, or you can use one of the American Cancer Society vehicles as well. And there's a little bit of training, there's a webinar and orientation, but it's really easy to become a volunteer. And you can call 1-800-227-2345 to learn how you can become one of our volunteers.
And once they do sign up, you said it's pretty flexible. You know, these people are volunteers, so you'll work with their schedule.
Yes, we do. Most of our rides to cancer-related appointments for chemotherapy or radiation are typically between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. So we're flexible. So if you can volunteer a half a day a week or a full day or a few times a month, we'd love to have you. And also too, if you're available just in the summer or just in the winter, we need you to help our cancer patients.
And this is an important service. And I said, not only because people might just need rides to get there, I said, if I was a cancer patient going through this, I wouldn't want to be driving myself alone even. It's probably nice to have someone there with them.
You're right, it really is. I believe it's more than a ride. The people that step up to the wheel are either cancer survivors themselves or they've been touched by cancer in some way. So it really is more than a ride to and from treatment. And we're so blessed to have the drivers that we have, and we just need more drivers to join us.
And the patients, you said, are very grateful for this service.
Oh my goodness, they certainly are. We get some phone calls and emails, and they thank us all the time for providing the ride because our drivers are so special, and that really touches our hearts.
And I was curious too. I said, I guess relationships eventually form between, the patients and the drivers, and friendships and support system, really.
You're right, they really do. Sometimes drivers will take the same patient, over and over, especially if they're going to radiation, because that's every day for so many weeks. So they do develop a relationship. It's a wonderful program, and we so need more volunteers to make sure that we have more drivers in Greater Hazleton, in Schuylkill County, in Carbon County, and in your viewing area.
And why would you encourage someone? I mean, these are a lot of good reasons, but if they're sitting at home and maybe they're on the fence, they're like, I don't know, they just need that extra push. I mean, why would you say, just give it a shot, just try it?
Yes, just try it, especially if you like to drive, and it's something that we're volunteer-led, so if you try Road to Recovery, and if it's not for you, you let us know. But most of the people who do step up, they really enjoy making a difference in the lives of cancer patients.
Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for your time. She's looking for your time out there. Like she said, just give it a shot. Try Road to Recovery, call the number, and volunteer some of your time. Numbers on a green screen, not the Matrix, but your midday winning Pennsylvania Lottery numbers: pick 2, 1, 5, pick 3, 0, 9, 9, pick 4 numbers, 4, 8, 8, 8, and pick 5, 6, 5, 2, 0, 7. A Hazleton area boxer was involved in the Pennsylvania Golden Glove Central District Championships over the weekend. We'll tell you what happened when we come back.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Saturday was fight night in Monterey City, and the Hazleton Boxing Club had one fighter in a bout at the Pennsylvania Golden Glove Central District Championships. Adrian Diaz lost a decision at 132 pounds. After reading Chuck Curley's article in the Standard Speaker, it seemed like a thrilling match. Angel Perez, out of Capital Punishment Boxing Club in Harrisburg, won the title. Diaz, a two-time Central District champion, says he has to learn to control himself more and that he went out a bit too hard in this bout. Diaz has dreams of going professional one day. This year's championships honor those in law enforcement in Schuylkill County. Frank Cariello started Pennsylvania Golden Gloves, and he was a police officer. Along with enjoying sitting ringside, some in law enforcement in our area were also honored during the event. It was 16 days since they played a game, but the Penn State Hazleton softball team came out like the 2001 Seattle Mariners or the '98 Yankees on Saturday. Tina Beelan drove in 5 runs in the first game. Former Lady Cougar Sam Varilla struck out 9 and had 3 RBIs and was 3 for 5 in that same game. The local Lions baseball team was swept by PSU York. Marion grad Corey Reba had 3 runs batted in and a double across the 2 games. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins beat Syracuse, Lehigh Valley, and Utica over the weekend, and they still hold first place in the AHL's Atlantic Division. Well, who's ready to learn some interesting sports facts from the one and only Ron Marchetti?
"41 years ago tonight, Rick Barry scored 30 field goals in one NBA game. Only one other player in NBA history ever did that. Who?" Hi, everybody. On this final Monday of the month, this is Trivia Treats. The year was 1974. 3-point field goals were like $3 bills. Non-existent, of course. Rick Barry of Golden State scored 64 points that night. The only other player in NBA history to score 30 or more field goals in one game is Wilt Chamberlain, who accomplished that feat 3 times. One of those times was when he scored 100 points in a game. That was an easy answer. This trivia is much tougher. What school ended the University of Cincinnati's quest for 3 consecutive NCAA basketball titles? Answer: at Freedom Hall in Louisville. On this night, Cincinnati had a 45-30 lead with less than 14 minutes left. The Bearcats, who are going for their 3rd straight national title, tried to freeze the ball, an effective strategy in the pre-shot clock era. But the stalling tactics backfired, and Loyola of Illinois beat Cincinnati 60-58 in overtime in that NCAA tournament championship game in 1963. Loyola did not employ a substitute in the entire game, as all 5 starters played the entire 45 minutes. More March Madness. In 1975, UCLA topped Louisville 75-74 in OT in the semifinal of the Final Four. In the final 20 seconds, senior Terry Howard of Louisville, who only averaged 1.6 points per game during the regular season, was on the floor for the Cardinals coach Denny Crum because he was 28 for 28 from the foul line that season. But after drawing a foul, Howard missed the front end of a crucial one-on-one. The only miss of his entire season. Mother of God. Well, it was costly, very costly. UCLA got the rebound and scored with 2 seconds to go to win the game. 2 nights later, UCLA beat Kentucky 92-85 to win the national title. Bruins coach John Wooden announced his retirement after winning his 10th national championship in 12 years. Finally, in 1990, a shot by Christian Laettner lifted third-seeded Duke past number 1 seed Connecticut 79-78 in OT in the Eastern Regional Final of the NCAA tournament. With the Blue Devils trailing 78-77 and 2 seconds left in the extra period, Laettner inbounded the ball to Brian Davis, who passed it back to Laettner, standing 14 feet away from the basket, slightly off bounds. Christian sank the decisive clinching shot to win it for Duke, 79-78. That game featured 17 lead changes and 16 ties. Duke advanced to the championship game where they were demolished by 30 points by UNLV, 103-73 in Denver. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you right back here on Friday. Till then, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, St. John Bosco Church, located in Cunningham, will be holding a Lenten retreat April 1st through 5th. The event will feature masses and homilies, confessions, spiritual direction, retreat conferences, women conferences, and more. All are welcome to attend, and for the full schedule, please visit stjohnboscochurch.org. And finally, Holy Rosary Parish, 240 South Poplar Street in Hazleton, will be hosting a free community luncheon on Saturday, April 8th from 11 a.m. to noon in the community room of the church. All are welcome to attend, and the parish would like to thank the Hazleton Rotary Club and the Weinberg Northeast Regional Food Bank. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Pauline M. Fisher, formerly of Hazleton. Memorial will be held at the Trinity Lutheran Church at a time to be announced. The Rosenstock Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Rosalie Virginia Whitner of Beaver Meadows. Services will be private and at the convenience of the family. Arrangements are by the Harmon Funeral Home. Joseph A. Bursavage of McAdoo. Funeral is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Anna Jankowskis, formerly of Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Marvin W. Vasquez of Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Teresa D. Macker of Shenandoah. Funeral is Thursday at 10:30 a.m. from the Orovitz Home for Funerals. Friends may call Thursday from 8 to 10:30 a.m. Faye L. Slenzak of Whitehaven. Funeral is Wednesday at noon from the Butler Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 11 a.m. to noon. Nancy A. Corbett of McAdoo. Memorial service is Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Mary Ellen Anama of Allentown. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. And Margaret Usman of Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Boyle Funeral Home.
I had a great chat with Pennsylvania Athletic Director of the Year, Fred Barletta, at the Hazleton Area High School this morning. You'll see that story tomorrow on SSPTV News. Hope to see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.